Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful Sunday here in Wisconsin. It's about 56 degrees. It's supposed to be in the 60s today. Yesterday it got into the 60s. It's been quite nice considering just around the corner we're gonna have lots of snow. We're supposed to get a lot of snow this year. Wind chills in the minus 50 and 60. So I'm gonna appreciate all the warm weather that we have left. But welcome back to my channel, Stripes of Valor, and another episode of Valor Aquaponics. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different, just because we're going to be mainly focusing on the aquaponics system. I know I showed that first video of the build. I have made some changes, some big, some small, but you guys are going to see some of the build, and then you're going to see it in operation. There's still going to be some changes that I'm going to make that I will describe later into the video. But for now, let's just get to the rest of the footage so that you guys can see what I've done. And yeah, and we'll just go from there. So here we are with just some time-lapse video of me doing some work outside. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. Actually, this would be 2 days from Monday. I forgot that I'm uploading this on a Monday, and this was done on a Saturday. But I'm putting together basically the grow beds, just kind of showing you the process for those that really haven't done any of this. So I'm applying PVC primer and the cement. One thing I learned when I worked for a pool company is that if you turn the PVC while it's being glued, you'll actually get rid of a lot of the air bubbles. So that's just a little tip that I learned, and that's something that I do with every PVC now. So I'm not really worried about length here. I'm not really worried about straight. This is a drain, so it doesn't really matter. Nothing has to fit tight, or nothing has to fit precise. It doesn't have to be perfect. So here I am. The gray totes were meant for the other system that I'm going to be basically getting up and running in the next 3 weeks. However, I decided at the start of this video that I'm actually not going to use those totes. I actually have a different bin. I will show you that when the system is up and running in a couple weeks. So just stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to show you guys what kind of went into creating this system. Here I'm just finishing up the tail end of the project here. I'm basically putting on the 90s, getting it set for the barb fittings that will be screwing onto there. So pretty much done. I would say 90% done at this point.
Alright, now onto the last part of the build, which is something that I came up with, I believe it was either Friday night or Saturday morning prior to going to the hardware store. I decided that I wanted to make a miniature greenhouse to encompass those black totes. The reason being is I want to keep the humidity, or as much of it, inside the totes as possible, keeping the vegetables warm, keeping the water warmer, so I don't lose all that heat from the water as it's exposed to just outside air. And it just kind of protects them from dust and wind, and because I mean there's a door about 3 feet away. So I'm just prepping, just cutting everything, and I'm not even gonna cement this together. I'm just gonna push everything in together. And you know, in a little bit of honesty here, I actually mismeasured. I didn't measure correctly. I measured based on the top shelf, which doesn't have a shelf above it, so I based it off the mid so when I tried to put this on the mid shelf, it actually didn't fit. I actually had to cut everything down, and this was after I put the plastic sheeting on. And you'll see the plastic sheeting in a little bit, but this project was a little more, I should have planned it out a little bit better, but that's, you know, just mistakes that you make when you're kind of in the heat of the moment. Alright, so one last modification. I'm actually cutting off that PVC that I had before, and I'm actually attaching the fitting so that I can incorporate the PVC plastic tubing, and you'll see that in the next video here.
Alright guys, here we are, back into the storage area. As you can see, my washer and dryer to the left. So this is a little over it's about 3 feet. So you can see the aquarium, you guys have seen that before. But this is, the aquaponics setup is still similar as before. There were just some minor changes that I made. So nothing changed up top. There are still, except from that ladybug right there. So everything comes up through here, comes down and pours out here, and it slowly comes through, drains out here. This is an overflow, comes down and pours into here. Now this is new. I basically essentially made like a little greenhouse. Try to keep some of the humidity in, keep the temperature, and it's actually doing a very good job of keeping the temperature of the water. So the temperature only dropped about 1.5 degrees overnight, and I mean it got down to the 40s last night. So I mean, not that it doesn't get heat in here, but it does help to keep the heat in, helps keep the moisture in. My dehumidifier is not picking up as much, but as you can see, we've got our vegetables in here. Some I had to replant, and some I actually moved. So all of these right here, I moved from the aquarium. So these are the ones that were on top. They're still doing well. So I did bring those out, and then I actually brought more in here. So there's an ant right there. I was trying to feed that to the fish, but somehow it keeps surviving. So as you can see here, jalapeno poppers are doing pretty, or jalapeno pepper is doing decent. We've got a little action here. I don't know if you guys can see through the glass. That is banana peppers, and that's about it for now. So there's a little bit of action going on. So I ended up changing out to the clear plastic tubing. So pumps in the back of the aquarium. Got 1/2-inch PVC tubing that comes up. I got rid of a lot of the hard PVC. But as you can tell too, the aquarium is starting to clear up a lot more because of the circulation. I actually cleared up probably within the first hour that I turned the aquaponics back on yesterday. Added, there was a lot of extra fresh water, and then just the filtration helps a lot. So these guys are doing great. This one's really not going to be about the fish. This is going to be basically about the aquaponics system. But this is working pretty well. I could probably make some modifications. As you can see, there are some little leaks that adds to here, but I have holes so that it'll drain. So some modifications that I can make. I know that just because of this system, I'm actually going to make changes to the station to the other station. So it's trial and error, things like that. But this seems to be working fairly decent. We'll see how it looks in a week from now. I'll probably do an update in the middle of the week for the fish. Maybe I'll just do one big video at the end of the week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how busy I am. We'll see how things go. See how well the fish are doing. See if the aquarium can stay clean. But I also want to show you. Oh, I do want to show you guys one thing. I added a couple new fish. Well, I added a couple new catfish. They're all the same. They call Octo. Their nickname is the Octo catfish. They're basically algae eaters. There's one guy right there. I got 3 in this tank. I want to get more, but the pet store didn't have enough. So I also want to get more emerald green catfish. They only had so many as well. So hopefully I can increase that in the future. But I also wanted to show you guys something else.
Alright, here's something new. This is the 30-gallon aquarium that I haven't been doing anything with. I'm currently laying out the substrate that I just purchased. I'm keeping in line with that blue. I just really like that blue substrate. And then I'm just going to start adding the water. This is regular tap water, but you'll see that I will be adding some chemicals to it just to make sure it runs correct, or so that I get rid of any chlorine or anything like that.
So you guys remember this aquarium from yesterday. I believe you guys really didn't get to see it fill or filling, but I did. You guys got to see it filled. I think you guys saw me install this and then the air stone, and that's about it. But I did make some changes. Okay, apparently Siri wants to get involved. So added some new things to it. I installed the heater. The water temperature is right about 80. I put the filter that I had actually in the other aquarium. I put it in here, and then as you can see, I put this giant driftwood I just got today, and as you can tell, there's a big rock on top of it. So this rock actually, I actually want to have it over here, and that's actually where it was. But the driftwood needs to, it basically needs to soak, and it needs some weight to soak. So I'm just gonna let that, it's probably gonna take, I'm guessing like a week, maybe 2 for this driftwood, because I can already see air bubbles forming, but it's not gonna do this overnight. So it's a pretty large piece, but I do like the look of it. It definitely adds a little something compared to the other aquarium. So eventually, once this actually settles and just stays down by itself, I'm actually gonna take that rock and put it over here. So this aquarium will get new lighting next week. I think I get new lighting for it on Tuesday actually. So hopefully that'll work great. I have a light out here, looks like, so I'll have to fix that. So the purpose of this aquarium will be to house the tilapia that are in the 10-gallon aquarium, which I will show you guys have seen in previous videos, and then I'll show later on in the week. But so those tilapia will actually come in here in probably in about 2-3 weeks, probably more like 3 weeks. So that actually gives me 3 weeks to kind of really perfect my, I wouldn't say perfect, but improve my design on the aquaponics system that I have over here. So I do want to make some changes. I do have a little bit less shelving over here, but just because of the 10-gallon aquarium, I'm going to keep that there for when these guys start breeding. But I did add some fish to this. So you can see one, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's on the side of the filter right there. I put 3 of the octo catfish in here. These guys are pretty easy to see. They're right there. So I got those 2 guys. You guys can see 2. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of blurry. I have 2. Oh, all 3 are gonna get in here. That'll be nice. If I can just keep my camera steady. There we go. There we go. Oh, jeez. What a pain. So as you can, so I do have 3 emerald green Cory catfish. They are kind of hiding out. They were all over here, but now they're kind of over back behind the plant right there. And that is a live plant. I didn't want to go too crazy since I will be transplanting the ones from the 10-gallon aquarium into here. But I wanted to get the bacteria growing faster, so I just added a couple fish into this aquarium with the hopes that in the next 3 weeks that it'll kind of work itself out. It'll cycle and I'm not overwhelming the aquarium. You know, just kind of learning from my mistakes with the other aquariums. So yeah, I really like this aquarium. I think it'll look better once the new lights come in. So I don't know, we'll see. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited about this. to be able to grow my own vegetables organically inside my little tiny storage area and have it all winter long in Wisconsin, that's fantastic. I know that some of my friends are extremely jealous. They are definitely waiting to see how my harvest turns out throughout the course of the winter, and I'm sure you guys are as well. But I just want to thank you guys for coming to the channel. If you haven't already, hit the like button, and then I also want you to subscribe to my channel, and then hit that little bell that's right over here. Hit that bell so that you're notified of every new video that I upload. So you guys actually won't see this till tomorrow, which is Monday. But if you guys have that little bell, you guys will get notified when this video does upload. So I just want to thank you guys for checking out the channel. I just want to thank you guys for being subscribers. And until next time, just remember to be the change that you wish to see in the world. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys later.